So if I could have you go ahead and tell me your first and last name.
First name Tay'sha, last name Mitchell.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little closer here. Bring up my audio. There we go. Can I have you state and spell your first and last name for me?
Taysha, Taysha, Mitchell, Mittchell.
Perfect. What high school did you go to?
Thornridge,
Okay, and your hometown?
Dalton,
And your jersey number?
42.
Your grade level?
I'm a freshman.
Your birthday?
11/02/2000.
Perfect. And your major?
Criminal justice.
Oh, another criminal justice. I think Melva, I think is her name. She's criminal justice as well. Can you tell me why you chose criminal justice?
Because I wanted to go into the field of possibly being an FBI agent or a police officer.
What made you want to get into that, like that field? Is there do you have like a family member who's in that field, or is it like a TV show that kind of really drew you to it? Tell me a little about that.
Well, it's a family tradition.
It's a family tradition?
Yeah. It went through my mom, my dad. My dad actually a police officer now.
Is he? Where does he work?
He works downtown Chicago.
Okay. And what does your mom do?
She was a dispatch
Okay.
for Markham.
That's so cool. You know, there's a dispatcher position opening at South Suburban. You should tell her about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, for real. Like, I think it's just like about to open, like in a couple weeks. So yeah, I don't know if she'd be interested in working here, but yeah, that would be awesome. And so you said a family tradition. Do you like have any brothers or sisters that are in the field as well?
I have one sister. She is a police officer right now.
Awesome. And where does she work?
I'm not sure. Well, she in Iowa, so I'm guessing she work out there.
Gotcha. Where does she work?
In Iowa.
Iowa, gotcha. And then how are you looking to kind of progress after SSC? Like, are you looking to get a job like as a police officer right away, or do you kind of want to continue your education and do that sort of thing? Tell me what you're planning on doing after SSC.
I plan on continuing. I want to go to Tennessee State for 4-year college, so hopefully pursuing that.
Why Tennessee State?
It's been my future college since I was coming out of 8th grade, and I just like how their school go about. I actually went on a tour, so I really liked it.
What made you want to come to South Suburban before going to Tennessee State?
To pretty much start small, because I felt like at this moment coming out of high school and where I came from, I wasn't really ready to try the 4-year.
Gotcha. So this is kind of giving you your time to prepare for it. And on top of it, I think you guys pretty much get like a full ride being part of the basketball program, right?
Yes.
So save on a little bit of money, since I know that'll be out of state, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. So can you tell me how SSC is helping you reach your professional goal? Is it because we actually offer a criminal justice program here?
Yes, criminal justice. I actually like, if I wasn't going to criminal justice, I would actually be a nurse, because I like, in high school, I went through chemistry, well, not chemistry, but like nursing programs and stuff, and I really like it. So I do nursing if I wasn't going to do criminal justice.
Gotcha. Have you taken like any criminal justice classes here? If so, can you tell me anything that you've like learned in the classes that you'll be able to apply to the real world?
Yes, I'm taking one now. It's a starter criminal justice for people who really didn't know really where to start. But in the class, we learn more about like what's going on now today, and then how back then it was like the graph and charts was different, and it's interesting now.
So like it's how much the field has evolved. That's what you're learning in the class right now.
Yes.
Is it like a 101?
It's not a 101. It's just a group discussion.
Gotcha. Well, cool. And then what position do you play on the basketball court, and what are your responsibilities in that role?
I sometimes play point guard. My responsibility is basically to see the floor, communicate with my team, and make sure everybody is really on the same page.
Gotcha. How old were you when you started playing, and what originally made you want to start?
My brothers, I had older brothers. I got one actually just came out of college and trying to go get drafted. But I started with them, and I was like 6 when I first touched the ball.
So you used to play with your brothers a lot when you first started?
Yes.
Gotcha. And then what made you want to continue playing basketball? What is it that draws you to this sport?
it's just so fascinating to me. Like, I never thought I would be playing basketball, but I didn't really take it serious until my 8th grade when I had my parents, family, and coaches telling me I had so much talent and I could take it further.
You said you never thought you'd be playing in college when you were younger, right?
No.
Yeah. Can you tell me, let's see, when you really realized that you started loving the sport? Was there like a moment, a standout moment in your, basketball career that you really remember where you're like, oh my gosh, this is my sport?
Yes, it was my freshman year. I started off on varsity basketball team, and by me being on varsity, I had like a lot of coaches coming to me after the games thinking I was like a senior trying to get me. So it's like I love the attention, so I really gave it cared about the sport.
Yeah, you really were drawn to it, right? Can you tell me any obstacles that you had to overcome while continuing to play basketball? It could be, an injury that you've had to overcome, or family obligations that you have going on at home. Tell me a little bit about that.
One I had to overcome was an injury. I had a knee injury. I couldn't walk for about 6 months. My senior year, this was the appointed year for me because this is where all the coaches wanted to look at me. It was my senior year. I couldn't play for about 6 months. But then I came back in playoffs, and I led my team to playoffs.
That's awesome. What did you do to your knee? Like, did you, tear something, or?
I think it was tear. I went up for a layup, and I came down on it. So.
Yeah, when I was a freshman in high school, I went up for a rebound, even though I was a guard. I don't know why the heck am I rebounding like I'm some kind of center. But I went up for a rebound and came down on somebody's foot and like fractured my ankle, and it was like the worst thing, especially having to be out that long your senior year. That had to be so awful.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Anything else that you can think of? Any obligations or obstacles you had to overcome?
I think that was about the only one.
Okay. Why did you decide specifically to play basketball at South Suburban College?
Well, I was getting recruited by multiple colleges, but I felt like the coaches that coach me now, they like really had more. I'm not trying.
Like they were invested in you more. Yeah. And they really cared about you more, and you would be able to have probably more playing time here, right?
Yeah.
I just made up your answer. I'm sorry.
It wasn't even the playing time, but it was just, I like how their coaching was. And even before I came here, I looked at some of like the girls' records before me. So it was like, give it a try.
Yeah, you did your research and liked what you saw. Can you tell me one thing you've learned while gearing up for this season?
I learned that you have to be like, okay, I learned that for one, being on time for practice, because I was always late in high school. Like, and I know that it was a different transition from high school to college, and I still have to really prepare myself from the little transition because I'm so used to high school. But
so you're, learning time management and things like that in college, which I'm sure will help you you said you want to go to Tennessee State, which I'm sure will help you at Tennessee State, right?
Yes.
And then hopefully once you get there, you learn even more. And then can you tell me your favorite part about this team or this group of girls?
The favorite part is everybody just so, it's like every time they together, it's a playful moment, but like when we're on the court, we actually a family, and that's one difference between my high school and college. Everybody was so worried about someone else taking their place. They didn't really brought it together on the court. So it was like, I feel this team is more better.
Yeah. What does being a Bulldog mean to you?
Being a Bulldog is, to me, it just means commitment, family, and being together. I like it.
Being a family, is that what you said?
Yeah.
And then what are you looking forward to about this season?
I'm looking for us to win, be undefeated.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward
hopefully
to that.
go back to where we're last year, Arkansas. I think they went to Arkansas last year. Yeah, being able to go there, right, would be
Yeah.
pretty cool. Is there like an athlete that you look up to, and can you tell me why you look up to him or her? It doesn't have to be a basketball player. And you know what? It doesn't really have to be an athlete. Anybody that you look up to.
Well, as an athlete, I look up to Gabby Williams. She played for Chicago Sky. I actually met her personally, and it's just she brings so much to the community, and I really love her skills. And outside of her playing basketball, she actually does something with the kids or with people who's trying to get to where she was at.
What does she do like with the kids? You said she does a lot for her community. So like, what kind of stuff does she do with the kids or people in the community?
Like she just recently fundraised for like kids who's in AAU and can't afford to like buy their own shoes and buy their own jerseys and whatnot. She just put money like over $1 million on for the kids in Chicago for them to play basketball and not have to pay for their shoes. And I love the way she plays.
Yeah, she sounds super giving. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. And then do you have like a favorite quote or saying or motto, I guess, that you kind of like live your life by that you can apply to the basketball court as well?
Yeah, it's this one. I always say hard work pays off.
Hard work pays off. Why is that your favorite quote?
Because if you work hard, at the end, it's going to become easy, and you could just, at the end of the day, relax because you know that you did everything that you set to do.
Absolutely. Anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Okay. You did such a great job. Thank you.